Good afternoon. Today is April 5th, 2016. I'm Teresa Ankeny McKenzie, and this is a class for Gone Artsy. Today we are going to make a Shabby Chic checkbook cover. You will need a piece of muslin type fabric that is 7 4/8 inches wide by 7 6/8 inches tall. You'll need 2 of those. For the inside pockets, you will need 4 pieces cut at 7 4/8 inches wide by 3 5/8 inches tall. And for the checkbook cover, the outside cover, you'll need a piece of batting or felt cut at 6 7/8 inches wide by 7 2/8 inches tall. Okay. To start, with right sides together, make sure I got this going the right way. Take your felt or batting and leave approximately the same amount of space around the entire cover. I use Fabri-Tac for this because it doesn't dry hard like the hot glue will, and we want to be able to open this and close it. So just run a small bead down, press it down, and just do this all the way around. This way your felt or batting doesn't move around after time of opening and closing. Now turn it over. And right along the edge, add another line of your Fabri-Tac. Press your seam closed. And we're going to do this on 3 sides. Okay, and on the 4th edge, come in about 1 inch on each side so we can leave enough room to turn the cover out. And my dog is awake and she barks when the neighbors sneeze. I just press it down, make sure it's all adhered. We'll set that piece aside to dry. And for our inside flaps, I've already done this one. We're going to do the same thing. on the bottom edge, just go in about 1 inch. And apply a thin line of glue. Okay, set those aside to dry. And we can come back to this. And I like to clip my corners so that they turn and look neater. So I usually just stick my hand in and just put my fingernail up there so that I don't clip too much and end up with a hole. And then we can turn them out. Start in one corner and just turn it inside out. Wow, with the glue there. And I take a palette knife and push out my corners so that they're pointy. But don't push too far or you'll push through and have a hole. You could use a knitting needle too, but the first one I did with a knitting needle, I ran right through the corner. You have to be real careful with that. Okay, for this I do use a little bit of hot glue. Just it makes it easier to turn up one edge than trying to get both of the edges to go at the same time. So this is the bottom, so it doesn't get used as much as the middle flap would. So that's why I go ahead and use the hot glue on this side. Ouch, it's hot. But I don't like hot glue. We don't get along, not at all. And then turn your other seam under. Just add a little bead of your fabric tack along the bottom edge of the seam. And just fold it in. And you don't have to worry about your corners so much being perfect, because by the time you add laces and trims, you'll never see the corners. Okay, do the same thing for the inside pockets. And for these, I find it easier to go a little at a time to tack these down. That way you can work them and make sure that they're even and straight. But if you had access to a sewing machine and was a sewer, these work up real good on the sewing machine. But I wanted to do something that everybody could do, if, you know, for those who don't sew. And there's one. Now, just check and see which flap looks better on each side, and decide which way you want to put it. It may be a little bit bigger. I can never glue straight. I can sew better than I can glue. So if it looks like it's going to be bigger, just match it as best as you can. And there might be a little puff in the middle, but that doesn't bother me because I carry more stuff in the back of my checkbook than I do in my wallet. I got all kind of papers and stuff in mine. So just match your seams up as best as you can. Remember, it's going to be covered with lace. And I'm sorry if I'm not doing real good talking. I'm not a talker, and this is my first time talking live on a video like this. And it's just, it will take some getting used to. Mine's going to have just a little pucker in it, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. Maybe I could hide my millions back there from my daughter. Okay, go ahead, believe that. And then I just take some binder clips or clothespins and put around it. It holds it until it dries. And you would do the same thing. This side fits better. You would do the same thing to this side. I'll go ahead and glue this one down. After we're off camera, I can decorate another one. So far I have 3 people who's going to get angel kisses of checkbook covers. But when I was working this out to make sure it would actually work, I was sad. Because I'm normally a would put it together kind of person and slap some paper on it, then throw the paper, the lace and stuff on it. I don't work much anymore with fabric. I like to glue and go. But I have one already past this point where it's dry, so we don't have to wait for this to dry. Go ahead. My daughter bought me this jumbo pack of binder clips. I asked for binder clips, and I didn't need but 5 or 6. She bought me one that's got like 500 in it, but they come in handy. I sure hope this video is working, because I did one yesterday from my phone, and every time I tried to upload it to YouTube, it would get to 98% processed and then come back and tell me there was an error. So I'm hoping that going straight to Ustream is a better way to go. Okay, so now all you have to do is just let that dry. And move on to the decorating. Like I said, I already have one dry. Put that back there to dry. I hate getting glue on my hands. I hate it, hate it. That Mod Podge drives me up a wall. Let me close these pins up, because I have them dumping that all over the place. Okay, let me get my dib box. that'll be pretty. What do I want to use? Yeah, I think I want to use this one. Okay. This is enough to go on both sides. Just put some glue down. It's about time for the mail lady to come, so someone may be beating on my door here shortly. Okay, where's the scissors? Match up the long points there. This is where I have my problem. I can't cut a straight line to save my soul. Along the edges, if you feel better, you can, use a little hot glue to make sure it stays. But I haven't had a problem. I've made these before. This is GA80. Hold that, make sure I get it right. I don't have much working room, but it's mine. And here I just use a little dabs of hot glue just to make sure that the flowers, the lace stays down. Ow, that was hot. A ton of glue stuck to my fingers. I hate glue on my hands. And glue strings from the hot glue everywhere. Wish they made a glue that didn't have that. I gotta give props where they're due. I don't know how the people who make videos do it. I can't imagine sitting here day after day and just talking to nobody really. It just, I'm not a talker. Never have been. Been in the corner, nice and quiet, mind my own business. Okay. Let's trim these off first. Okay, I don't know why it stopped when I went and answered the door, but it's probably a good thing. I got my dog quieted down. Okay, so where we left off was putting the trim across the top. Now we're going to move to the inside. I'm going to use this is GA370, and I think I'm just going to center it right there. do? You gotta make a decision. Alright, that's what we're doing. Of course, got to do it the right way, though. There we go. Try to push that on so it doesn't. I need a drink, excuse me. Almost time for a cocktail. I'm kidding, I don't drink much. Glad when this cough goes away. Been sick almost 3 weeks now. Just can't seem to shake it. It seems like once I start getting better, weather changes, I get sick again. Example, yesterday afternoon, it was pretty close to 60 degrees here. Woke up in the middle of the night, I'd say about 3:30 this morning, and we already had an inch of snow on the ground, which is all gone by now because it's probably another 45, 50 degrees outside today. So the weather is really weird up here this year. But living where I do, I live way up in the mountains, close to the West Virginia border. And it's known as the frost line, and we can get snow. I've seen it snow as late as May 31st and as early as September. The first year we lived here, 2007, the first full year was 2008. From the 1st of February to the 1st of March, we had a total of 256 inches of snow the whole month. My daughter Barbara, I call her Susu, she was still in high school. They went to school a total of 4 days the whole month. So they had a lot of makeup days that year. but for the most part, Garrett County, they're really good. The county and the state are really good about keeping our roads closed. I mean, even with this big storm we just had not long ago, it didn't shut anything down. Walmart was still open, of course. But everything else was pretty much open. And the kids, you know, they could have went to school, but the reason they don't is because a lot of them live on back roads, and it's too dangerous for them to drive because of ice conditions and stuff like that coming up and down the mountain. So that's pretty much why the schools close, is because of, you know, where we are. But yeah, when I was younger, yeah, I loved the snow, and that's only because I got to get out of school, or when I was working for the Department of the Navy. Rarely we got to close down, go home earlier, or not go to work because of a bad winter storm. But those are far and few between from the government. They don't like to close for nothing. But my hand. And let me tack this down so it doesn't, ouch, get all mangled. And then we're ready to almost finish up the front. So I cut that one a little close. Oh well, nothing a little hot glue won't fix. There we go. Never know it was broke. Okay. Make sure. Ow, ow, ow. Get this dry so it doesn't stick closed. And then you decide which side you want to be your front or your back. I like this one. Okay. Time for the fun stuff. I just started working with Deb's stuff. Her products, they're great. You can tell the quality, you know, if you order a bunch of stuff from overseas, it comes and it has all the jagged edges and stuff coming apart. Deb's stuff isn't like that. And I just recently started getting things from her, so I really don't have much of that, and the fact that I've done this project probably 3 times already, and so I'm getting pretty low, but I got order coming tomorrow or Thursday. Woo-wee. Okay, that was GA697. It's still taping, so if I hurry up, the first one was like 36 minutes. If I hurry up, I might be able to get this one done, and I don't know. Hopefully Deb can splice it together somehow. I don't know. The one I did for the YouTube video yesterday that I taped was like 1 hour and 18 minutes, and I don't know how. I thought I had a couple pieces left. I did, right there. I don't know why it won't upload to YouTube. Gotta make a bow somehow. Yeah, it looks like a bow to me. Ow, ow, ow. That hurt. I was just dumb on my part. Then we have this real pretty, I'm in love with this stuff. You can never run out of this. It's gorgeous. This is GA353. And that is going to go right there. I hope I ordered more of that. I can't remember. Been a couple days since I placed my order. I can't even draw a straight line with glue gun. It's terrible. The farmers and the old timers up here, they've been Oaklanders. That's where I live, Oakland, Maryland, all their lives. And they were saying that we were going to have a really bad winter because the goldenrod had grown so tall. I'm doing a videotape, please. My son-in-law just woke up. They work nights. But it really hasn't been that bad. I think it has. It's kind of like the cold, but in all reality, it hasn't. Okay. I don't know why it keeps stopping. It says I'm failing to start broadcast. I don't know. I'm not techie. I will have to look at it and see. Hopefully Deb can help me out and we can get this spliced together. But I don't think you missed anything. I just cut some leaves off of the leaf trim that Deb has in her shop. And just adding out around for a little bit of color. My dog is awake, so she may bark again because my son-in-law is awake too. So, and she's not quite used to him yet. So, and he probably thinks I'm crazy. He probably thinks I'm sitting out here talking to myself, which really I am because there's nobody else here. But it's all good. We know I'm crazy. Alright, this is the last piece. Put up here like a bow. Zoe, lay down, be quiet. I'm almost done. Then we can play. Okay. Trim that down. Let's see, I like it like that. Alright. We're finished. That is our completed checkbook cover. To get all the glue strings off of it. And the one that I taped yesterday, pretty much the same, but it actually has my checkbook in it. It does work. So I will figure out how to put the measurements in the description on the YouTube. If you have any questions, I'm on Facebook, Teresa Ankeny McKenzie, or YouTube, Teresa's Crafting Chaos. Thanks. Bye.